How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Talaria Boys channel. If you're new here, thanks for joining us. I'm Lance. This is Reed. We're brothers. We live here in Utah, and we both have Talaria Stings, and we love making content with them. Today, we have a kind of a quick video for you. Since there's so much snow and we're not able to get up in the mountains riding much, we're doing some videos talking about the parts we have, the mods that we like, and kind of some mods that we also don't like, and things that you can do when you're ordering a new Talaria Sting to make your purchase a little bit better. So let's get into it. There used to be a couple of models of fork that used to come on the Talaria Sting that you can no longer get. Those would be like the RST Killa. That's the main model that they no longer sell. I would just be careful with buying that fork on, like, if you were buying this bike used. So if you saw on your local classifieds or something the bike with an RST fork, it's pretty bad. I'll just be honest, it's pretty bad fork, and there's definitely much better options. So just be careful buying that, and just know that the value of the bikes with the RST should be lower than the bikes with the higher end forks on them. So the D&M Volcano is going to be your next option. This is a D&M Volcano here. This is on Reed's bike. He did have this tuned by Charge Cycle Works, and it made it a little bit better. But it's still a pretty low-end suspension fork, and there's better options. So you can still order the bike with this fork, but it is a little harder to find these days. They've started moving away from it, which is great to see. The next two models that you'll see are the Fast Ace fork. This is a pretty good fork. One of our neighbors has this fork, so I've spent a little bit of time on it. I haven't spent a whole lot of miles, but a lot of people have been pretty happy with this fork and the riding that they've been able to do with it. It is definitely better for the larger guys, the heavier riders. It's going to be a little bit of a stiffer and beefier fork. So that's what it's good at. Again, we haven't spent a whole lot of time on it, but it's been a good fork as we've heard. The next option is going to be the Talaria factory fork. This is a newer fork that they're pushing on the new Talaria Sting R. And this fork we've heard good stuff about. We have not tried it. I have seen it in person, and I just felt it. I pushed it up and down a couple of times, but we don't have any real user experience with this. Our dad actually ordered a Talaria Sting R for himself, and so that is actually going to be here in a couple of weeks. So we're hoping to get some good time on that and do a review on that bike and the fork. So stay tuned for some videos going over that. But as we've heard, that is the best fork that you can spec the Talaria Sting with. So that is what we've heard, a good option. Now there are higher end forks that you can add to these bikes aftermarket. I've done that on mine with the Manitou Dorado Expert. So this fork is a pretty expensive upgrade. It retails for around $1,500. You can find them on sale sometimes. I got mine straight from Manitou directly online, and I think I got it for 20% off on a sale. This has been a super nice fork. It's a little lighter than the other options, and it is extremely plush. Very, very soft, very plush, but it also handles the big hits better than, say, the RST or the D&M. And again, we don't have a ton of time comparing the Talaria factory fork or the Fast Ace fork to the Dorado, but we're hoping to be able to do that soon. We're going to get out on our neighbor's Sur-Ron that has that Fast Ace fork one of these days and compare it to the Talaria factory that's going to come on our Talaria Sting R. So that's just talking about the forks that you can get on the Talaria Sting, our thoughts on them. The best fork we've tried is the Manitou Dorado on my bike. I put it on around Christmas time. Again, we have a ton of snow, but I took it down to southern Utah and did a couple rides on it. It's been fantastic. I haven't even spent much time tuning it. It's just so good out of the box that I haven't even felt the need to. It's 10 times better than my D&M Volcano that I had before. Another fork I'm sure you've seen a lot of people upgrade to all over YouTube is the Fox 40. Of course, this is a very popular option. I come from a mountain bike racing world, and I've ridden a Fox 40 before on a downhill bike. It's a very nice fork, but it is not made for bikes this heavy. And Fox makes that very clear by voiding the warranty on as soon as you put it on any Sur-Ron or Talaria. Manitou does not do this. They say you can run the Dorado on these heavier bikes and it will run just fine. I think that speaks for itself, and I definitely want to keep a warranty on a $1,500 fork I'm buying. And the Fox fork is even more than $1,500. You can find those for $2,200, $2,400. It's pretty ridiculous how much you pay for that Fox name just to get a suspension fork. That's why I went with the Manitou Dorado, and it's probably why you should too. That's pretty much going to wrap up our fork discussion here. Again, we want to do a ton more riding content and more fun videos, but there's still just tons of snow in Utah. It's super warm. I don't know if you noticed, we're in short sleeve shirts, and actually we're wearing shorts too. So it is warming up and the snow's melting super fast, but it's still going to take a month or so to get the trails dry enough to be able to ride. We have some fun videos planned. Like I said, our dad ordered a Talaria Sting R, so we're really excited to see the changes on that, the added power, all that stuff. So we'll definitely do some videos on that coming up. We have some range test videos planned for the stock Talaria Sting as well as the R. A lot of stuff planned, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next video. See ya.